is 8th March, and today is our 8th episode of the Edu Rockstar podcast too. And today we have a special theme for the podcast, that is International Women's Day. So we have chosen to challenge and call out the gender bias and inequalities. We have chosen to seek out and celebrate women's achievements. From challenge comes the change. So let us all be the part of the change. And here we have a special guest today, Ms. Jyoti Chopra, mother of Ayush and Ananya, popularly known as Wizard Ayush and Wonder Ananya, the founders of SDGs for Children organization. Ms. Jyoti started her career as an educator, and now she has worked for almost so many corporates. With the zeal to train and mentor millions of children and youth around the world, she started her own initiative recently known as Wonders and Wizards. With the podcasting sessions, she believes that teachers can change lives with the just right mix of job and challenges. Very recently, we had a talk, and she told me a very beautiful quote which stuck with me. A strong woman knows she has strength enough for the journey, but a woman of strength knows it is in the journey where she will become strong. And that's what we produce this podcast today, talking about what it takes to nurture the wonders and wizard and celebrate the power of womanhood and motherhood. Hope you will enjoy this episode. Welcome to the EduStar Talks podcast, where we invite some amazing educational rock stars who lives to inspire and loves to encourage. Hosted by an educator, facilitator, and the EdTech coach, Sumedha Sodhi. In this show, we will discuss about how educators can amplify student engagement, shake up learning, and can rock the curriculum content with 21st century skills. So if you are looking for ways to rock your class, stay tuned with us and be the never to be forgotten. Hello everyone. Today we have Ms. Jyoti Chopra with us, mother of Wonder Kids Ayush Chopra and Ananya Chopra, and recently she has founded her organization named Wonders and Wizards, which is working for nurturing the talent of all age groups. She is our edu rockstar today, and she is going to talk about nurturing the wonders and wizards. Hello, Ms. Chopra. I welcome you to our special episode on celebrating the power of women on the occasion of International Women's Day. I request you to kindly tell us something about you to our audience.
Hi, Sumedha, and thank you for having me on this such a wonderful day. I am really honored to be there on the International Women's Day with you, and I really loved, talking with educators and especially educators of my kids. You have taught both my kids at Alcon, so it's an honor for me to be with you today.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our invite and coming here and talking about the how you have nurtured the Wonder Kids Ayush and Ananya and what strategies we can also adopt as a parent to raise our kids. Thank you so much. Curiosity and creativity comes naturally to all, but unless it's cultivated and nurtured, passive consumption takes the place of active creation. And sometimes one can lose confidence, emotional and mental skills, independence, and a sense of wonder for the world around them. What if raising kids become as simple as nurturing their inherent curiosity for the world around them? So let's hear from our guest today about how you can nurture the Wonder Kids and Wizards. What inspired you to create this organization named Wonders and Wizards?
That's always there in back of my mind while I was doing other, career roles. So my passion towards the making others learn along with me, that's always there in build. So So I've been working with, learning new skills with Ayush and Ananya since long many years, and I'm really proud of their journey of growing up at Alcon as Wonder Ananya and Wizard Ayush. So this initiative, Wonders and Wizards, is like my attempt to raise millions of them and help them actually in this journey. So you rightly said we need to nurture them, we need to show them the path and help them in the journey. So that's the whole idea about creating these Wonders and Wizards.
Yeah, and it's indeed inspirational. And in one of your recent articles, I have read your journey, that how you have transited your profession from being an educator to a business manager. Can you kindly share this transition with our audience today?
Yeah, so I always loved being an educator. So I believe that most of my learnings actually of life happened in this role only. So and I believe that teachers can actually change lives with the just right mix of chalk and challenges. That's what we use to change lives of our children there. So with this thought in mind, when I finished my education in the post graduation, and I started, my career as an educator, and then I was there in that career for the 7 years, and I must say, like, that profession of being an educator was, it was much more rewarding than I thought it would be. So, and kids teach us the most. They throw up the challenges every day, so you need to be prepared when you enter the classroom. You need to build that trust, with the relation with students. So that's the most challenging thing. And in spite of all the challenges, you need to be perfect in your continuous delivery and quality of the content to them. So that kept me on my toes, and I really enjoyed my teaching profession. And from there, then I moved to the corporate world to explore new possibilities and enhance my own new skills. And since then, I'm now learning again with my peers and teams in the office, and yes, with my kids at home. So it's everyday new learning, and we apply, learn, apply, and share. But I could never come out of this role as an educator. So I totally believe in learn, apply, and share. So that's what I'm doing in the corporate world as well.
Oh, wow, that's great to know, ma'am. And can you please share your thoughts on this, that life is all about you, the people around us, and the relationship we have with the people? So, how we can inculcate this value system in today's youth?
Well, that's very close to my heart. That the quote I mentioned in my one of my article, that life is all about you, the people around you, and your relationship with them. So I've been like since childhood, we learn to this quote that you are the average of the five people you spend the most time with. The people you spend the most time with shape who you are, and that's always true. And we have observed and experienced that in our lives. And moreover, I truly believe that when we put effort into any relation or even work, we are always blessed back with the same in our lives. The form may change, maybe you are not given the rewards at the same time, but that do comes back in your life. And the timing and the form may change, may differ from what we expect, but we should continuously put effort to build relationships with our people. That's what define you. That's totally, I believe, that's define who you are or what your personality is. And as a parent or an educator, we must develop healthy relationships with our children, our peers, our family members, and our students. And kids observe.
Yes, definitely. And these kids of 21st century are really different and very talented. So how can you say that we can become a better nurturer for the children in the 21st century?
Oh, that's really a challenge, in being nurturing the kids of 21st century. I think the most important skill we need to have is being more receptive, to their new ideas, to the new, new conversations, new platform at which they talk, So we need to be more receptive and having patience to listen to them and understand their perspective is very important. And most importantly, we play the role of being by walking the talk or talking the walk, we say that I always say kids observe, so be their role model. What you want them to behave, we need to behave like this, the same way.
Oh, definitely. And being a person from both the professions. You have worked as a educator also, and you are working in now in a corporate house also. So what gaps do you see that still exist between the two sectors, and how this gap can be bridged to better serve the youth?
Yeah, that's an important point. I'll say that because when you enter a classroom in a school, you enter with a planned day. You prepare the day beforehand. You have the lesson plans, right? These are the lesson plans. Everything you have the planned curriculum with you, the planned exercises. That's how a teacher starts her day. But when you enter a corporate office, however you plan, how much plan, you always get surprises and new challenges. I'm not saying that being an educator is not challenging. It's really challenging. You have surprises with the behavior of students, with the learning, the grasping power of students. Definitely, they are also there, and you have the responsibility as an educator to help different children grow together using the same syllabus in the same room. So that's a biggest challenge, I think. No two child are same. So that's also challenging, which itself is very challenging and contradicting. But again, learning is defined as a change in behavior. I'll say that if you haven't learned a thing until you can take action and use it, that is incomplete. That's the gap we have to fill into the classrooms. That's where the gap lies. We need to make learning more practical and applicable to our daily lives. If the theorem is not going to help us, it's not a theorem. That's okay to get grades as well as okay. Yeah, it is important. It's as my son says, that's a finite destination. That's a how much you have learned the course, those are important. But again, how subjects you are using, I think Alcon is doing a beautiful work there by incorporating those sustainable goals into the classrooms. They are actually bringing the real issues into the classrooms and helping kids to solve them. That's how every school and every other teacher should do. I don't know what support, it's a huge level of support that the teachers will need, huge level of investment of time, energy, money, everything is needed to have this. But unless, kids are able to apply things in daily life, the learning is incomplete. So rather than preparing children for tomorrow in schools, we must prepare them for today. That's important.
Yeah, indeed, it is a very powerful message. And I have, being an educator myself, I have seen that how children are being pressurized to get more grades. And rather than stressing on their overall personality, we
Yeah.
stress sometimes on their academic and cognitive development rather than thinking about the constructive development of the child, and where the child is holistically developed. So, what, according to you, matters most to a child's success?
I'll say the child matters the most. That's important. His or her happiness matters the most. Success again is a finite destination. You can say, okay, one success. After that, you achieve one milestone. You are preparing for the next. It's a human process. You achieve one thing, you start preparing for the another one. You need another success. So it's a continuous journey. Success is not just one destination, but if you are being happy doing that, taking that journey once, so that is more important. So the child should enjoy the journey. I'll say that is a success. If child is enjoying that journey, how difficult or how easy it is doesn't matter. Till the time child is enjoying that journey, that's the success of the child. And how beautifully you grow as a human being in your journey, that's the success of the for the child. That matters the most. You must have heard like what you want to be in future. A teacher asked the child, and the child answered, I want to be outrageously happy. I think that's a success if teacher is able to grow or nurture that child to how to be happy in all the situations, how to cope up with the difficult times. That's important. That's a success.
Definitely, ma'am. And you have raised two successful kids, Ayush and Ananya. So I will request you to kindly share some strategies that you would like to suggest to all of us today, including me, that how we can nurture the Generation Z, the wonders and wizard.
I'll say no to child as the no to children are same. And Ayush is very different from Ananya. Like it's a different things and different, different type of behavior that is needed to, work with them. It's totally you learn through them with them and you apply. So first thing is like the most important thing I think should be, let them learn to believe in themselves, whatever be their strengths or whatever be their weaknesses. Let them, believe in themselves that they can cope up with their weaknesses and they can strengthen their strengths further. So and I have always focused them like only doctors and engineers are not the only important careers. I know they are very important, but they are not the only ones. We need good teachers. If like tomorrow one of my child wants to be a teacher, I'll definitely would love to have them as a teacher. We need good teachers, good leaders, good politicians. We need good nurses, good psychologists. So let the world be open to them for exploring and enjoying their journey, being in a specific role. So never force any one specific career choice or the study choice to them. And secondly, them let them know that you are there if they need help. So they should come back to you, that you should give them the enough space that they can talk about their difficulties they are facing. They should not look outside the first person they should think in during their tough times should be you as a parent. So give them enough space that they can talk with you, and be patient enough with them, and then let them try new things. Let them learn how to fail. That's important. Let them learn again. Let them get up again and learn again. And it's important. When they fail, you are there to take care of them. So that's important. Being your presence with them throughout the journey, whatever be the results, that's not important. So your presence with them, definitely, that's the important strategy any parent should have. And noticing their small achievements, celebrating their small achievements with them. That's how I do.
Oh, that's really powerful strategy you have shared with all of us today. And being a tech person, I would like to ask you that what are some of the steps that educators can take to instill the digital citizenship skills among this generation?
Yeah, that's a very common word we are hearing these long many months now. The digital citizenship skills. So I'll say that being digital or the technical skills are very important, but they come after being empathetic, being happy, being collaborating. All these skills are more important. First, the most important skills, and then of course the technology is there, the digital citizenship is there, and then the educators must share with them the opportunities to work with others, understand other maybe not even countries, maybe within one country we have different cultures, different belief systems, and they must understand. So across the world it's okay, yeah, that's a bigger picture, but yes, we don't even know what people just 100 kilometers from us are doing and how they are living. We don't even know that. So that's important. So collaborating together is very important. Knowing about others culture is very important. And for technology, it's we have many tools. You all are expert, I know. And the Microsoft tools and the Flipgrades, Bunsi, you all are expert into that. The Twitter chats. And I generally follow a few of the edu leaders like Julia Fliss, Abhilasha Singh, Jennifer Williams, all the educators at Alcon International School. And yes, the platform Ayush has, the SDGs for children. All these are, they are doing wonders in terms of bringing world to the classrooms. I wish I was student in one of your classrooms. So that's the how you should follow the other edu leaders who are doing extremely good and doing extremely well with their students to being an digital citizenship. And we have many such examples. Names, I just took few names, but there are many examples we can follow and learn from them.
Definitely, ma'am. Thank you for sharing such powerful educators with us today. And I think that to be in your children's memories for tomorrow, I think we all have to be in their lives today. That
Exactly.
will definitely help us to nurture them better. So, what is one last message that you would like to share with our audience today?
One last message. Okay. I thought of all the messages except for this one. Okay. So the last message is, it's a continuous journey. One failure doesn't define you. One grade doesn't define you, kids. You have all the power. You just need to explore where your strength lies. Focus on your strength. Weaknesses will take over. You will take over the weaknesses over time. Focus on your strength. Build up on your strengths more, and you will be a successful and a happy human being.
Yes, definitely. And I think every interaction with children is a reflection of our own relationships with ourselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sumita, for having me.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jyoti Chopra, for setting aside your precious time to be our guest today. You are definitely an edu rock star, and I really appreciate your efforts and dedication towards nurturing your wonder kids and whatever you are doing for the global educator community. Thank you once again for joining us today on the special occasion of International Women's Day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. You have just listened to the Edu Rockstar Talks podcast with your host Sumedha Sodhi. Subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform. Head over to subscribe, rate, and leave a review for us. It is very much appreciated. Do not forget to join us next week for another exciting episode. Thank you for listening to us and be the never to be forgotten.